Welcome back everyone, outscore Crisis here, and today we're playing some more Grand Prix World 2001 where things, they didn't go as well in the previous episode. So, previous episode, which I recorded yesterday by the way, we had the British Grand Prix where Alonso got a podium but McLaren got a 1-2, which compromised our second place in the World Constructors' Championship. And Panis did not have a great showing. We were hoping for rain, but it never came. Also, we had an example of Ferrari international assistance as they managed to screw Alesi out of the race because Alesi had a better lap than Ralph, but he did not qualify. I should have shown you, but I did not because I forgot. But in any case, it was not a bad result, but it could have been better. And then we had Austria where we barely got points. Simply, car did not work. We got beat even by an arrows. Now, here's a performance chart before I forget. In Austria, of course, the arrows was about as good as us, and Frentzen was one stopping, which explains why he ended up ahead of us, just barely ahead of Alonso, 2 seconds. But Panis got lapped, so yeah. We didn't have the pace in Austria, and the reason for that, you can take the performance chart out. People already saw how good we will be in Germany and Hungary, but in any case, the reason why we suck so bad, it's because the tires are so good that they don't wear, at least for the AI. To the point that due to the formulas this game uses to calculate tire wear, the AI had negative tire wear, as in the more they use their tires, the faster they get. So instead of us, which it doesn't matter what we do, we always get tire wear, so we always get a bit slower. Frentzen got faster, Fisichella, Barrichello, Ralph, everyone else got faster the more they use their tires. So yeah, I was hoping Alonso would be able to catch up to Frentzen and pass him, but at that point Frentzen had some very good tires that got better. So yeah, it was not impossible. That's one of the reasons why I don't like tires getting better, because for one, I cannot abuse my works contract, and second, this thing can happen. The player cannot have negative tire wear, or tires will always wear at a minimal rate. Even if it's very tiny, they do wear, but the AI doesn't have those limits, which makes some races like Austria or France a bit more difficult. Fortunately, we won't have that issue in the coming races, simply because there's not enough tarmac points for that to happen. Anyway, did some testing. As you can see, the cars are clean and we don't have mechanics available. The reason for that, I did full testing. We got full setup, full development, full research, which I already used, full engine and full tires. Here is the setup I did with this test program for the drivers. So what did that give us? It gave us a new issue to fix, and it's the worst possible for the next race we're going to get, but the best possible for the race after that, which is Hungary. It's understeering fast corners, and Germany is very much a fast track, and there are going to be some issues that happen, but we will continue with that in a moment. I'm doing brakes, and I'm doing active suspension. If possible, I would like to get a traction control level 5, but that's very difficult, so not gonna do that. Built some spares, and if you work keen-eye, you will be able to see that I built one 2005 car. I intend to build that another one either after Germany or after Hungary. Now, these points, I'm going to invest these points by taking off 3 points in response for 2 in power and 1 in weight. That's the 2D specification, which is still not good enough simply because it lacks weight. I will take off some points in heat to be able to fill up the weight bar, so we can actually use the second specification Renault brought. We probably won't use it until like Italy or something like that. Did get some tire points, and I'm gonna put them on the wet tires, and we will have ultimate tires overall, so put them in. There we go. After Germany, for Hungary, I will do tire testing, but just so that I can have the full testing bar and not do tire testing anymore. And fuel, of course, we don't have anything. As for something I discovered in another save that I'm doing in other mod, it's that This is a trick that I will show you, but I discovered how to get hospitality. I got it told to me in the Grand Prix Manager 2 Discord, which is also the Grand Prix World Discord, that to get hospitality, you needed to remove the percentage from either the 3 or the 2 or both. And in this case, I did it on both. That way, you can get hospitality advantage on the third VIP. But I figured out that you don't really need percentage here on the other VIPs, so this is the setup that I'm going now. And the hospitality advantage only works on new sponsors. So if I want to get hospitality on, say, Marlboro, I couldn't get it because I am already signed to Marlboro. To get it on, not Asiatech, but Renault, I cannot get it on Renault because they are not, we are already signed with Renault. Same with Bridgestone. I could get it on Bridgestone, but we cannot get it on Michelin. I could get it on Mobile, but I cannot get it on Elf, and so on. So if you want to use the hospitality advantage, you need to find another, you need to contact a sponsor you aren't, a new sponsor, not a current sponsor. I hope that explains it. Anyway, I'm talking to Renault, PSN, and 555 right now. KTI is fine, everyone else is fine, so we're gonna keep that in terms of commercial. Now, Hockenheimring, let's keep that there. Maybe we find the active suspension, but if not, I'll just go somewhere else. We're gonna use the 1F specific, not that, the 1F. 1F, there. Or maybe let's use the 1E. That's gonna be better for Germany. We're gonna use the 1E specification for qualifying and the 1G for the race. We're gonna be using the hard tire for this race, and the reason for that is that, come on game, thank you. And the reason for that is that I did my testing, and after testing, the soft tire sucks, thanks to the understeer in fast corners issue. And since Germany is a fast track, even if I put full tarmac, we cannot run the one stop on the soft, so that makes them worthless. So we're gonna be using the hards. The hards are pretty much indestructible, especially if I do this. I do that, and the hard tires are nearly indestructible. To the point that if we had the same tire wear characteristics we have on Germany, if we took them to Monaco, we could series stop Monaco and the tires will be fresh. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna run full tarmac and full hard tires for this race. That's what we're gonna do. And orders, you know how it usually goes. Just up, down, down. Same with Panis, up and down. For qualifying, I'll set the correct orders. Everything is fine. Alright, everything is set up. Everyone has the correct everything, so save the game. And let's go. Deutschland, sorry Germans, didn't confirm the setup, but that's fine. Okay, hard tires, everything the best it can be. Right, by the way, what tires are they using? Okay, that also explains it, because high resilience of course means tires degrade less, and thanks to the AI that means they have perfect tires that wear out negatively. Anyway, yeah, hard tires and so on, and we go in. I'm doing a strategy now where I only do 3 qualifying runs, but I'm able to push the engine 100%, because as it happens, an overheating engine in this game doesn't lose performance, but it wears out faster. So that's exactly what I'm doing. In qualifying, just pushing the engine 100% and with no issue. So now, let's get in there. This one was a fun qualifying because David Coulthard takes pole position from Ralf Schumacher, and I will tell you why it was fun. Because first David Coulthard and Giancarlo Fisichella were fighting for pole, then Ralf appeared and put 2 seconds on the field, and Coulthard went and, you know what, I'm gonna match that. And he went and matched it and beat it. So yeah, solid work from Coulthard. He's on pole from Ralf. Then you have Mark Webber and Giancarlo Fisichella. Rubens Barrichello by 1,000 of a second behind Fisi. Then you have Raikkonen. Then you have Alonso in 7th. And this race was the moment of truth, whenever we will know if the car was good enough for the championship or not. And the fact that we are still half a second behind the Williams and nearly a full second behind Coulthard and Ralph tells us that no, the car is not ready. The other reason we know the car is not ready is because Panis is all the way down here in 14th and couldn't get a good lap going. So yeah, things are tough. Anyway, here is the rest of them: De La Rosa, Bernoldi, Frentzen, Verstappen, and the rest. You saw the rest. Trulli, with a terrible qualifying, nearly gets beaten up by Jaguars. Okay, so in terms of strategy, low wind speed, dry conditions, good. We're gonna go to the 1G engine, which might not be smart considering where we're running. Remember, this is Hockenheim, but I think we'll do just fine. We will do just fine. So for Alonso, I'm actually going to run his I'm gonna have him run the normal one-stop strategy, because he's way up there. He should be fine, I guess. He could run the two-stop, but I want him fighting the guys in front so that Panis, who's gonna run the zero-stop, it's actually fine. First things first, for Panis I'm gonna give him 44 laps of fuel. Why 44 laps of fuel? Because we usually can save a bit of fuel, like 1 lap, maybe 2, and I don't want to overfuel him. Alonso is probably gonna save 1 lap. I'm actually gonna push his strat a bit longer. Remember, the hard tires pretty much don't wear, so I can push as much as I want. Same with Panis. So the plan is Alonso hopefully fights the top cars while Panis does his best to stay around, and Alonso fighting manages to get Panis a few positions forward. Hopefully Panis brings his A game to the race, because in qualifying he wasn't him. Anyway, time for the race, so let's get in there. Save the game as usual, and push and hold, push and hold. Orders are set. Fortunately, you don't have to bring down curb usage this time around, and we are off. Okay, good, off. Alonso loses a position, but that's not too bad. Lost a position from an Arrows. Hopefully he can get it back, and hopefully Panis, although I'm now beginning to doubt it, hopefully Panis can get up a few positions. Alonso makes the place back, good, although the Benettons, that's the Benettons. Oh no, it wasn't the Benettons. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. And Alonso is charging. Alonso is third. Excellent. Beyond excellent. Drop that. You don't need that. Third position. Now, the big question is, are we overheating with this top speed usage? We are not. Okay, we will be safe. Panis is 9th with Alonso 3rd. Good. We're following the McLarens right now, and Panis is doing his best, but he's struggling. Even if there's not that much fuel penalty right now, oh, there he goes, making up places. He didn't make up anything, though he's 17th. Even if the fuel penalty is low, there's still a fuel penalty. Why did you lose every single position, Panis? Well, yeah, we might be screwed now, because the idea was that he stayed up there and he isn't. So yeah. The good thing is that the no stop will let him overcut a whole bunch of people, even the people that's one stopping. However, he kinda needs to be up there. At the very least, Panis is faster than these low guys he is trapped with, but I'd rather him be a bit higher. I'd rather him not lose every single position he made up, but I mean, it's fine. Alonso at the very least is going to get a podium at this rate. But it would be nice if Panis could get past the people he's stuck behind, and doesn't look like he will for now. Yeah, he's stuck in a fight between the Minardis and the Jaguars. That's not the place I want him fighting at. Anyway, 3 laps completed, and I'm gonna cut the recording and go to the future. Goodbye, Rubens. Oh, I think Kimi took him out. Yeah, there's a big gap now. Kimi took out Rubens. That's Williams out of the way, and we're gonna be ahead of them in the constructors, I think. But yeah, and why is everyone down here underperforming? What's happened to the Ferraris? At the very least, I think Panis is gonna beat the Ferraris, but Very weird stuff happening down there. And what's going on with Mark Webber? Why is Alonso catching Mark Webber? Things are happening. Stuff is blowing up. Goodbye, Jarno Trulli. I'm saddened for you. But yeah, let's cut the recording here and go to the future. Boys and girls, I think we can win this race if and only if Mark Webber, repeat, if and only if Mark Webber is not on a one-stop. Why is that? Because David Coulthard went to do a three-stop. A three-stop does not work here in Germany. It doesn't work at all. The only thing is that Pan is being so slow, of course due to the fuel and stuff, did not manage to get ahead of Coulthard. But since he's three-stopping, we should be fine regardless of that. Okay, there's people pitting, there's people three-stopping for whatever reason, and why is Ralf Schumacher pitting? Ralf Schumacher is gonna lose a ton of points relative to Ralf, and relative to Rubens, I mean. What is he doing? Anyway, he's behind Panis and he's going to finish behind Panis, but Coulthard, he's gonna have to work a bit harder for it, but I think he's gonna be able to finish ahead of, Panis is gonna be able to finish ahead of Coulthard. But the thing is, we could win this race if Webber is on a two-stop. We should be okay. Both Webber and Raikkonen pit on this lap. They are on a two-stop. They will be coming up over here. There's Webber. Raikkonen is all the way over here. Panis couldn't get them, which is a shame, but that means, put the camera on him, Fernando Alonso is leading the German Grand Prix, and that should be, barring some massive pace increase or the threat from, I think that's La Rosa? That's Bernoldi. If Bernoldi is one-stopping, he could possibly be a threat, although I don't think he has the pace to match us. So I think, unless the McLarens find some miraculously high increase in pace, Alonso is well on his way to winning the German Grand Prix. The only issue we have right now is, of course, Pan is being short on fuel. I might have to make him stop pushing so that he recovers that fuel he lacks. But after that, we should be fine. Ralf Schumacher just DNF'd. This is big for the championship. At the very least, Panis is going to get 2 points over Rat. And we're going to get plenty points over Ferrari on this one. So, home race, nearly gets pole position, DNFs, and that could be critical for the championship. There is Ralf, excuse me, very sad for him, but we must take advantage of this. Hopefully Panis can find a bit more pace, because if he does, he's gonna be able to be ahead of the McLarens, and we desperately need that. There goes Michael into the pits. But anyway, Panis is 6th, and honestly doing alright. He's not gonna win this race, that's gonna be Alonso, but there is a Jordan there. Matsakane is one-stopping. He's not gonna be a threat because our car is good now. But can he beat Panis? I don't know. Let's go to the half race report. I hope we cut to the half race report and see what happens. Welcome to the half race report, presented by me, of course. We're in a bit of a pickle because, well, not Alonso. Alonso's gonna win this race. There is no doubt about it. There's no one stopping him, unless the pit crew decide to go against their training and set him on fire, which shouldn't happen. But the pickle is with Olivier Panis. First, he's a bit short fuel because, of course, I told you I wanted to short fuel him. There goes Matsakane. Panis should be able to beat Matsakane out of the pits. He should. He will. Okay. But the situation is, first, I'm not sure if he's able to get Webber. But the second big issue is this. 2 extra points in tire temperature mean his tires are being set on fire as we speak, which is definitely taking away from the pace and from my overall strategy, because he was supposed to be around here having no tire wear, but now he has some tire wear, which is gonna slow him down a bit. He should still make it to the end. Actually, he will make it to the end. Let's be completely honest. But that is a bit of a concern, the fact that his tires are on fire. So yeah, there's that. Anyway, right now, what's the order? It's take that out of the way. Hold on. Yeah, Weber from Raikkonen, from Alonso, from Panis, then Bernoldi, Mazzacane, Coulthard, Verstappen. Fisichella is 13. So the big teams having a bit of a mare. Except Weber and Raikkonen. They are in a solid position, but Jordan, Arrows, they are Bernoldi, Benetton, they're threatening for points right now. So it's not like, yeah, they are doing good. Right now, my only concern overall is Panis and his fuel, because his tires should make it. Should. Maybe they won't, and I will be sad, but they should make it. But actually, speaking of things I have to do, because this is getting serious, I might have short fueled him a bit. I expected him to save a bit more fuel, but I underestimated the fuel saving, and it's not quite working out. So I'm gonna lower his top speed for that. Alonso has no issue. Alonso's gonna inherit the lead after Weber pits. But my question is, will Panis be able to beat Weber? I do not know. Because the gap is getting bigger and bigger as we speak, especially since Panis couldn't save his tires. But we will see. There goes Pedro de la Rosa into the pits. Again, there is no one threatening behind. No one that's a threat behind him. The only one that could threaten him is Mazzacane, and as you might remember, Mazzacane is on a one-stop, so he's slow, and he's on a Jordan, so he's a bit slower than us. Weber could beat him. That's the whole situation. Weber could beat him. But I think Panis is gonna get a podium out of this one, which is sorely needed. This has been the half race report, and now I will look ahead to the point where Mark Webber goes into the pits. Hopefully pretty soon, so that Panis stays in net second position. But I think with the way the things are going, it will be a net third. Yeah, net third. Man, his tires are scaring me. Anyway, Panis has been caught up by people. Kimi Raikkonen went into the pit. You know what? Let's see where Kimi Raikkonen ends up after his stop. Oh, look, David Coulthard pit. Oh yeah, Weber's gonna be ahead of Panis. That's unfortunate. Well, anyway, cut ahead. And Weber really quickly went into the pits, and he's most certainly going to be ahead. And Kimi Raikkonen caught up really quickly. Oh yeah, surely ahead. Absolutely. Kimi caught up really quickly to Panis, and the reason for that is Panis' tires, for the 1100th time, they are shot. They are compromised. I did not expect this to happen. I expected him that he will be able to save his tires. Didn't quite work out. And same with the fuel, but I'm having him fuel save, so yeah. It's gonna have to work. Panis, you need this. Come on, you can do it. Fernando Alonso enters his final lap, and in the end it didn't quite work out for Panis. Because he shot his tires, and I had to force him to really save a lot of fuel, which meant he didn't have enough tires to defend against Kimi. So that's a lost podium, which is a shame. But the positive is that Fernando Alonso is going to win his first race of the year, and of course it will be around the Hockemheimring. Excellent job, Fernando. We will have some extra points for the Constructors' Championship. Unfortunately, they could have been more if Panis could have been able to hold on to his tires and to third. But we did our best. Now you cool them down, you idiot. Panis fourth, Alonso first, race won. Best possible result? I don't think so. It could have been a one. Right, so I actually forgot we could also look at tire suppliers and fuel suppliers, so might as well look at them right now. So far, only Jaguar has signed with Bridgestone for whatever the okay, it's a 2-year deal? No. This is actually the deal is ending. Why is Jaguar only going for a partner deal considering they have that many... The works deals are there, come on now. And Michelin, everyone's signing with Michelin. You have Prost, Ferrari, McLaren, BAR, Arrows, Benetton, Minardi, Williams, and Sauber. Someone's missing. I think it's Jordan missing. Jordan can either get Works Bridgestone deals or go for a customer Michelin deal. And in that case, only one team with Bridgestone tires. Then again, Michelin has higher R&D, so maybe that's the reason. As for fuel, let's go to the top. No one has a mobile deal. Shell has McLaren and Arrows. Texaco has Sauber and Williams. Petrobras has BAR and Minardi. Jaguar has Niseki. And Elf has Prost and Ferrari. Okay. As for the drivers, we'll go to the things I did, but as for the drivers, let's see how things are stacking up. So on Arrows, just Verstappen's going to Williams, Frentzen is staying, and Sont is staying. And I actually saw here on Raikkonen. So Rubens is staying, Heidfeld is staying, Raikkonen is going to Arrows, so Joss and Raikkonen are basically swapping seats. Let's see, Montoya is going to McLaren for 2005, just in time. Saracen is staying and Massa is staying. Bernoulli staying, Pedro staying, and Marginet also stays. Fisi stays, of course Ralph stays, and Villeneuve still here. Michael still contracted to Jaguar. I think he'll retire after this year, like after next year, if Jaguar doesn't improve. Bertie stays and Worth stays. Eddie Irvine stays in Jaguar. Well, Mazzacane goes to Sauber next year, okay, and Jung stays in Jordan. Weber goes to BAR, so Montoya and Weber are swapping places, alright, and I guess DC obviously stays, and Badoer also stays. So Mazzacane to Sauber, let's see. Button and Trulli and Herbert, all of them stay at Minardi, of course. Panis, Prost, and Alonso. Panis, Alonso, and Bordeaux stay in Prost. Alesi stays at Sauber. Tarso Marquez is going to Jordan until 2010. What the hell have they done? And Davidson stays in Sauber. Okay, so we're gonna have Raikkonen in Arrows, Marquez in Jordan, Weber in BAR, Mazzacane in Sauber, and Montoya in McLaren. Okay, that could be interesting. And of course, Jos Verstappen in Williams. That's going to be an interesting situation next year then, because Jos is actually a threat in wet weather races. As you can see, as good as Panis is, Jos is better. So Williams are going to have two competent cars in the wet. And Arrows, well, it depends on what they do, but I think Raikkonen is faster than Jos. Yeah, Raikkonen is a bit faster than Jos Verstappen, so Arrows are going to have two fast drivers. Weber is not that good. In the meantime, Montoya is actually really good. So now McLaren are going to have two excellent drivers. So yeah, McLaren gonna be a threat, and Williams same thing. Of course, Coulthard is solid, but that's it. Right. So what have I done so far? I did full things: full setup, full research, full engine, full tire. Even though I can't use tire, but I want to keep that bar full because I can. Fixed everything, and I used my research to boost everything, of course. As for engine, I used my points to move some response points. What was it? Response? Let me check, because I did it a while ago. Oh no, it was it. Move them to rigidity so I can use full top speed, and move them to weight as well. Next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take 1 point from response and 2 from fuel to put the, actually not from fuel, from heat. 1 from response, 2 from heat to put them on weight, and on fuel because I want to reduce fuel consumption on this car. That's it for now. So, the Hungaroring. Before I go into the Hungaroring, Ferrari have auto gears, level 3, and we have... Okay, where is Ferrari? There is Ferrari. We're gonna look at Ferrari. Hopefully we can get auto gears. That would really help us. As for this race, gonna be using the 1F or E. Let's use a 1F because of the lighter weight. 1F specification, and I'm gonna go both. No, not both. Panis I'm gonna send on the soft tire. Should send them both on the... let's... Soft tires for both. Yeah, because I'm gonna do 2 stops and 3 stops on this race. And full tarmac. If I went with hard tires, the tires will be pretty much indestructible, but the limiting factor in Hungary is not the tires. Well, they kinda are, but that's not the relevant thing here. It's the fuel, because the fuel penalty is substantial. It is significant, and yeah, I don't want that to happen, so let's be careful. I'm gonna do the same, and I'm gonna just do 3 runs in qualifying so that we are open to 3 stoppers from both drivers if necessary. Confirm the orders, confirm the setup, full tarmac. I don't want the tires to wear out. We're gonna have better pace if we don't wear out the tires. Softs from both. Yeah, I was gonna say maybe the hard tires and the 2 stops will be hard tire 2 stopper will be better, but I don't want to do that. I'm gonna use the soft tires. Anyway, let's get in there. Right, so the Hungarian Grand Prix. This one's going to be fun. I considered putting some points into win, up to 6, which is apparently a good amount of win points, but in the end I decided to put all of my points into tarmac so that these soft tires last as long as possible, which we desperately need. Alright, and off we go. Fernando has done it. He puts it on pole position for the Hungarian Grand Prix over David Coulthard and Mark Webber. Alonso on his final lap just put on a stupidly good lap. 0.06 of a second ahead of Coulthard. Panis, the best he could do is a 19.1, which still beats drivers like Barrichello, Fisichella, Raikkonen, Ralf Schumacher flopping qualifying yet again. He's gonna lose the championship at this rate. Coulthard is ahead, Barrichello is ahead, Alonso is ahead, and Panis is ahead. I mean, at this point, Alonso could be leading our championship, like, push, but Panis is #1 driver, so I'm gonna give Panis the 2 stop, and Alonso, since he's ahead, has clean road ahead, he's gonna have the 3 stop. Hopefully he gets a good start. Anyway, behind Ralf Schumacher is just Verstappen, Juan Montoya, Eddie Irvine, and the rest of them. Once again, Michael Schumacher qualifies last. Jaguar. Okay, so we're gonna have very dry conditions, high wind speed. This is when using wind points would have been good, but we're using soft tires, so we definitely need the tarmac points. Go back to the 1G engine, and I hope this one doesn't overheat. It shouldn't, but it could. Right, both are ready. Panis is gonna get a traditional 2-stop strategy, but let's set up Alonso's strat first. Alonso's gonna go 22 laps. Then let me do some head calculations. That will be 55. He's gonna go 23 laps. Then he's gonna have 17 lap stints until the end of the race. So he pits on lap 40. Then he pits on 57. I miscalculated, I know. That will put him on 20. So it's 18 lap stints. Sorry, excuse me. 9 and then 18 I said 18. Okay, tire sets 4, 5, 6 and 7 are available to us because I only did 3 stints in qualifying and they were enough. Panis, what I'm gonna do with you, please stop game. Uh-huh. So to go that amount of laps, you need like 26, 52, 26, 52, and 25. Okay. So I'm gonna have you push until lap 29, then 27 laps, and then a shorter stint down to the end. Yeah, that should do it. And if needed, there are more tires for you to use. 29, 27, 21. Yeah, that should be good. Okay, this will be our strategy. I hope it works out. Again, it won't work out if there's a one-stopper in this track, because one-stops are fast in this track. Remember, the biggest penalty is due to having too much fuel, so that's why Panis will be a bit slow at the beginning of the race. Alonso should be fast though, but everyone else is running like 20 laps of fuel, and they will be fast. And if there's a one-stopper, that's the one that's going to win the race. I don't expect to win, but we're gonna give it our best shot. As per usual, save the game, push and defend, because you absolutely 100% need to defend right now. You need to get into turn 1 into the lead. Okay, Alonso, here are the orders real quick. And off we go. Alonso holds on to the lead, but Panis drops 2 places. Unfortunate. And now he's dropped everything. Get on with it, Panis, come on. And now he's in traffic, he's in massive traffic. Gaps have opened up. He needs to get ahead of that Jordan. Doesn't look like he will do it. At the very least, Alonso is leading this race, and it looks like he's leading it convincingly. He doesn't need that anymore. Panis trying to make moves. He needs to make the move now, otherwise, there we go. That's a lot of positions he gained there. I'm gonna drop that now. I thought he was about to drop them, but he didn't. Okay, good. So it's Alonso first, Panis 10th. So that had hard work, well, 9th. That hard work of qualifying into the bin, of course. 9th, please stay 9th. And let's get that VAR. We need to get past that VAR. Come on, work hard. Come on, work hard. David Coulthard trying to press. Okay, there we go. He's 8 now, which is fine. This is where, in terms of pace, he should be at. But don't let yourself get passed by an arrows. Come on now. Okay, so Alonso should hold that position. He has full blocking aggression, even though he doesn't have braking. He should be able to hold. I should give him some braking so that he can defend. But Panis absolutely cannot get that much. Cannot cross the line with braking on. So we're gonna hold him as is. And now, push so you can pass and do not get overtaken yourself, please. Don't make a mistake, you stupid arrows. Who's that, Frentzen? Verstappen, okay. Okay, good, get through, good, bad, very bad, terribly bad, excellent, okay, good. The overtake move there is broken, simply because it gets you so far forward. Where is the McLaren's? What has happened? No retirements, but the McLaren's drop back. Oh, Coulthard made a mistake trying to overtake Webber, and he's lost everything. Ralf Schumacher must be very happy. He's third right now, so of course he's happy. Alright. 3 laps in, and Panis has stabilized things. Meanwhile, Alonso has also stabilized things. He's trying to run away from these people, and hopefully he does it. Alright, time to cut the recording here and go into the future. Dang it, Alonso's getting... Coulthard's getting the moves on. And Webber is right there, so... Yeah, let's cut ahead into the future and see what happens ahead. So it is Alonso's in-lap, and I think Panis' pace is not indicative of great success for the two-stop in this race. Maybe he's having an off day, which will be concerning, but his pace has not been excellent. It's been a concern. He's gonna be, of course, ahead of Alonso now, but there goes Rubens. Rubens is not gonna be a threat. Let me have you push. You can get rid of traffic. There goes Juan Montoya, future McLaren driver. we definitely need a great car for 2005. Otherwise, McLaren is going to romp away with the championship. Like, it's an outright guarantee. And I think Burt is gonna screw up things for Panis. And okay, he didn't, but he did screw up things for Coulthard. Yes. Thank you, Luciano Berti. And again, and now Coulthard goes into the pit. Probably an early two-stopper, not like a three-stopper or something, because I think it's very rare for the AI to run three stops, and I think we are the only three stoppers on the track, and that Benetton is really fast. It's a bit of an annoyance. You need to get past him, Alonso. But yeah, I don't think, like I told you before, I don't think we're winning this race. There you go. There you don't go. Dang it. Can you get it? Yes. Good. Okay. Now you can chill out. I don't think we're winning this race. I doubt we're getting a podium, especially if there are more than one stopper. I think there are going to be like just two one-stoppers at best, but yeah, I doubt we're gonna beat these people. But the people behind, like this Benetton is probably a one-stopper. Same with the Jordan. Coulthard we're gonna beat. Rubens we're gonna beat. That's the people we definitely needed to beat. But there goes Weber into the pits. But the people that we also needed to beat is all the way up here. Ferrari, they're running a 1-2, and that's not good for us. Weber might come out ahead of Alonso, which is gonna be sad. No, he didn't. Okay, good. Good. And Panis has some clean air, so let's see how much what can he do in clean air. Let's go ahead and see how his stop goes. Right, time for Panis to pit, and I think I have identified our one stopper of the day. That one will be Ralf Schumacher, which means he's gonna win this race. Absolutely gonna win this race. No one is going to stop him except for traffic. A big shame because everyone else that went on a two-stop is behind Alonso, so Alonso hasn't lost that much pace. And Coulthard and Barrichello are way out here, outside of the points. Yeah, there he goes. Once you get to lap like 30, welcome to the House Race Report with myself, of course. Comment, like, subscribe if you're liking this episode so far. Ralph just went into the pits. Like, he did 40 laps on that set of cars, which, I mean, it's very possible. Pedro de la Rosa is not gonna slow him down. He did, yeah, 40 laps on a single set of tires, which is impressive. Actually isn't, because the hard tire will last that long. But he completely nullified Alonso doing that, which is unfortunate. He's gonna be super slow, and his tires will be shot by the end of this. But he's gonna win this race unless some issue happens to him. Anyway, focusing on what we can actually do is get that out of the way. Like, forget that RTSS keeps that graphic there and it annoys the whole direct drive display. These thing uses to draw graphics. Anyway, Ralf Schumacher from Mark Webber, Giancarlo Fisichella, Kimi Raikkonen, Fernando Alonso, Oliver Panis, David Coulthard, and Rubens Barrichello in the points. Eddie Irvine, one stopping. Heinz Frentzen, one stopping. So they could be a threat to score some points. Let me put the the overlay again. Ralf Schumacher, I don't think he's gonna lose this race unless something amazing happens, like, you know, a DNF, which it happened in Germany, it could happen again. but he definitely needs a race win to keep to stay away from Coulthard and Rubens, who are putting up terrible performance so far. So they definitely need to get a move on. The number 2s are doing solid job. Weber is up there, Pisi is up there, Kimi is up here. Kimi is having an issue, I think. Get past him right now. Get past him. I think he has an issue. There you go. And that gains us some time as well. I think Kimi has an issue about to DNF because him slowing down like that and him getting destroyed by Alonso. Yeah, Kimi ran out of something. His stamina or suspension, something. So he's out. So yeah, never mind about the number 2s doing great. Now Kimi's gone. But Ralph is a bit slow right now, and that's because he is heavy on fuel. So Alonso is technically catching him, but at a very slow rate. Well, not a fast enough rate, because remember, Alonso had to do another stop, so this isn't enough for us to win. Alonso could finish second. Admittedly, I think he could finish second, ahead of Weber and Pisi. I think he's catching them, but not ahead of Ralph. On that same vibe, I think Panis is gonna finish, make it 5th, ahead of course, Raikkonen, because he's about to DNF, but also ahead of Coulthard and Rubens, simply because I think Panis can go farther than them. And if something were to happen to Weber or Pisi, then easier position for Panis. That has been the half race report. I am here on the expectation that something might happen to Ralf Schumacher, and I certainly hope it does, so that Alonso can win yet another race. So, cut ahead into the future, see what happens over there. My reports of Kimi Raikkonen's demise have been exaggerated. He had some sort of issue which allowed Alonso to pass him, but it looks like he's fine now, so no cheap positions for us. In other news, Ralph has some sort of issue because us, as in Weber and Pisi, Weber and Alonso managed to catch up to him with the quickness. So something must have happened to Ralph. Maybe his tires not holding up as good as he would have liked, like it happened to Panis in the previous Grand Prix. There goes Rubens, so he's definitely not finishing ahead of Panis. Something must have happened for him to drop down this much pace. But again, Alonso needs to make up a lot of time, because remember, one stop versus 3 stop. Alonso still has a... Oh no. No. Alonso, don't do this. Okay, never mind. Alonso is smarter than me. He didn't make the big mistake. But anyway, my point is, Alonso still needs to put down an amazing final stint to even be able to beat Ralph. But the other two, like Weber and Pisi, not that big of a problem. Coulthard goes into the pins, guarantees he won't be finishing ahead of Panis. Right, so Panis is in lap, and Alonso managed to pass Ralph, but yet again, needs to start making up time. And preferably, these two need to be before him. But in any... Oh no, god dang it! Panis getting into traffic thanks to the little issue area here means he's gonna slow down, which means Raikkonen is definitely gonna be ahead. And now I am concerned because these people are coming up. Karma. I'm pleased now. There goes Mark Webber. Okay, I would have liked him to go a bit earlier, but I guess he's fine. Time for Alonso to pit. He obviously will be ahead of Panis. He will be behind Ralph, and he probably won't be ahead of these two. Unless I underfilled him, but we know how that worked in the previous episode. It simply didn't work. So we're just gonna have Alonso pitting normally, calmly, and hopefully he can run down Weber and Fizzy. Let's see. No! I saw an arrows and a Benetton at the same time. Why? Why? Okay, good. First we get ruined by... Yes, good. Go back into the pits, you fool. First we get ruined by AI, like being dumb and trying to overtake where they shouldn't. And now we get ruined by the pit stop glitch. Excellent. Marvelous. I hate you all. Can get... Dang it. Don't make a mistake, please. Don't make a mistake. Okay, good. There goes Bertie. Okay, so we were destined... Actually, we're still destined for second. Remember, we're on the soft tires. So we are... Get out of the way. Thank you. We're still destined for second because remember, we're on the soft tire. And the soft tire is, obviously, faster than the hard tire. And it will remain faster throughout the entirety of this thing. Why is that? Okay, I was gonna say, why is that Jordan blocking panties? But it got out of the way. We're still destined for second. It's just going to be a bit more difficult because Weber is going away. Off goes Michael Schumacher. Both suspension issues from the Jaguar boys. But we should have been way ahead. But of course, just Verstappen and... I always forget. Okay, it's De La Rosa. Just and De La Rosa decided to ruin everything. At the very least, Alonso has pace. So we will get a podium at the very least. I think, I hope. But we will see. Cut ahead in the recording to see if he actually managed to get them. So Ralf Schumacher is on his final lap.